Hi, everybody. Thank you for being with me today. I'm Tonja Walker, and this is One Day to Love. My next guest is very important to me and to my career. I met him in Biloxi, Mississippi in 1980, and he really was instrumental in giving me the confidence to go into show business. So, we hadn't talked in a long time. I ran into him a couple times at a couple different places in the past years. And lately we got to get together on the telephone and I invited him to be on the show. And he said yes. So I'm very excited to introduce you to Richard Kline, who I have to tell you has been in everything. First of all, you know him from Three's Company. And then he's been on every, you name it, from Maude to Mary Tyler Moore show to just everything. Love Boat, Vicki Lawrence, The Americans, Don't Think Twice. He just toured the country in Wicked. He's just always working. Blue Bloods. He was the judge on Blue Bloods a lot. He's always on. He's a judge quite a bit, which makes me laugh. But he's really one of the funniest people I've ever met. Um, and kind and wonderful and nice. And I'm going to put the link to his Instagram page underneath this because there's a very funny video for that. I'm also going to put John Ritter's charitable organization link in the comments below. And you'll want to watch this to the end. It gets better and better. So if you do like it after that, please subscribe and like and share. I really appreciate your comments too. So I've been gone for a while. I've been recording some music and I'm back. So you'll be seeing me every week again. And I really appreciate your support. And you're going to love this episode. Okay? See you later. Well, in just a minute.
Oh, there we go.
Fantastico. How are you?
Tanya, God,
It's been a while.
1980, Pascagoula, Mississippi.
I know. I think it was, what was it? Where were we? Biloxi.
No, Pascagoula.
Pascagoula?
Yeah, Pascagoula, Mississippi. Yeah.
Don't ask.
Um, or maybe Biloxi. I don't know. Sean Weatherly won. You came in third.
I came in sixth.
I thought you came in third.
Yeah, well.
Wait, hold on. Came in sixth.
If you don't come in first, it doesn't make any difference.
I know it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. But it's like I'm happy to be nominated. You know?
Yeah. Well, here I am in Montreal in my finished basement.
It's nice.
It's gorgeous. It goes on forever. It's just like
Oh my
whatever.
gosh, that's the basement?
That's
Dang.
just the basement.
I
Yeah.
love the brick. So upstairs must be huge.
Yeah. And upstairs, the den is all brick, and then it's lovely. We also have a house north of
By the way,
here.
welcome everybody. This is One Date to Love with Tonja Walker, and I've got Richard Kline today. I already
Oh,
knew about him,
are
but
we live?
Huh, yeah, I'm recording. I'm recording.
Oh, okay.
It's
Hi,
all good.
everybody.
Yeah, we're very casual here.
Hello from the Great White North.
He just moved to Canada.
Yeah,
Well, at least you didn't go to
Montreal.
Ireland with Rosie.
Oh my God. No, well, my wife's Canadian, and we bought a house 3 years ago before
Up
the
there?
latest
Up there?
administration. Yeah, an hour and a half north of Montreal on a lake, and it's really gorgeous. It's very
Wow.
chill, as the kids say. It's
I
chill.
know. It sounds wonderful.
Yeah, and uh, yeah, it's wonderful, and I still go back and forth to the States. My sister is in a facility in New Jersey, so I've been visiting her, and I have an occasional stage audition there as well. So
I know you've done so much theater. You've done so much stuff. You're a judge
Yeah,
a lot. You're a judge a lot. I met you as a judge of the Miss USA pageant, but now you are a real bona fide judge with a black cape and the whole enchilada.
yeah. Well, that was Blue Bloods. I did five of them, and but now they're off. They're they after 11 years they didn't
The
continue.
dumbest
But
decision ever. Dumb, dumb, dumb. They still had the same
well,
audience, the same popularity, just as many
yeah,
viewers, and Tom didn't want to go anywhere.
I know Tom for forever, and Larry Minetti from Magnum PI. Anyway, it was a great gig, and I enjoyed playing a part that's I was like a real badass judge,
I know, it was
So,
wonderful. I was really excited. I love
yeah,
seeing you doing that.
no comedy there. I mean, I'm at home at comedy, but I like to do dramatic roles as well. You know that.
Well,
So,
you've done a lot.
but yeah, but my biggest gigs in the last like 5 or 6 years have been musicals. I was on tour with Wicked playing the Wizard.
I saw that. And you did City
13,
of Angels too, but that was a while,
oh,
a
that was way back when.
long
That
time
was
ago.
yeah.
I did that show. That's why I made a mental note.
You did City of Angels?
Uh-huh. I played Alana. I was in Ohio
Of,
at the
of
Hollywood.
course you did. Well, how cool.
It was really fun.
Yeah. And then
My
I
dog is
toured.
saying hi, by the way. Dog is barking at the mower. Lola, knock it off.
Lola,
It won't work.
calm down.
She's gonna, is
Yeah,
song.
so then I was on tour. I was on tour again with Waitress, have you ever seen Waitress, the musical?
I do the song. I do a song from that show. I do a song in my
It
act.
used to be mine. It used to be mine, that one. Oh, it's a great song.
Yeah, it's a killer song. It's
That's the
really,
11 o'clock number. Yeah.
it's really killer song. Yeah,
Yeah. And a great,
David Friedman. I don't know if you know him. He's
hmm,
pretty big on Broadway. He's a writer. Did a lot of stuff with Alan. I can't remember his name from Disney.
Alan Menken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is busy right now. Everything just stop, will you please? It's the law.
I don't hear anything.
It's the lawn guy. Well, I hear everything. So
Well, somebody has to cut the grass for God's sake.
somebody's got to do it, right? Um, anyway, so David Friedman was my one of my coaches, and he does a lot of musical comedy and he writes a lot. He writes a lot of things and has been very successful doing that. And he told me I should do It Used to Be Mine. So I did.
Great song. A great musical for women. I mean, for empowering women.
Well,
You know,
Sarah is
it's all
amazing.
about wife abuse and all. It's great.
I just couldn't believe that Sarah was that so talented that she could write a musical like that.
And
And then
she
she was in
performs
it
in it.
finally. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was neat that she let everybody else do it first.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
Hollywood move. A Hollywood move is you write it and you're in it immediately,
Yeah. Yeah.
But a New York person is more like, let's let somebody else do it first. That's very cool.
I got a thrill when I was doing it on Broadway. She came back and said hi to me, and I was like,
Yeah, she's
I
really.
was like fanboy.
Were you? Yeah, you were
Yeah.
girling? Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
was looking back at all the different things that you've done, and I just feel terrible that we lost touch. But you had a lot going on for a really long time, and
Yeah.
there's just so much to talk about. I looked over the theatrical stuff that you've done, and I wondered what David Mamet was like when you did you did a David Mamet show.
Oh, I understudied Nathan Lane. Yeah, and worked with Mamet in rehearsal. Yeah, that was, and actually went on a couple of times.
What's that like? What's he like?
Well, let
How
me
do you
let me
think?
just tell you that the play is called November,
Mhm.
and it's about the president, whatever. And it was 138 pages of dialogue. Never left the stage.
Wow.
And yeah,
Wow.
and yet we would rehearse once a week on stage, during the day, whatever. And also the other standbys, we in my dressing room, we'd go over the lines over and over and over again. So when I went on, I actually was not nervous. I was like, okay, I got this.
Because you've been doing it like in
Yeah,
bed and on this. That
yeah.
that's good. I just wondered what he was like because
Well,
his stuff is
yeah.
classic. It's so classic, and everybody talks about his dialogue and how sometimes nasty it is. And but I don't really find it nasty. I find it kind of honest. you know.
It's honest and it's like conversation. It's kind of stop and go and half sentences, and
Yeah.
it's
I love
yeah, it's tough to get
I
their
love
head around it.
I love watching his stuff though.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
hardly any female parts in anything that he writes.
yeah. He wrote a book on acting, and
He
it was
did.
like,
I'll have to read.
yeah, and it's pretty much from, well, not pretty much. It's very much from a writer's point of view, and basically, I'll give you a very short version of it. He says, "Say your lines and get the hell off the stage." he he just blows up the
Not
mental.
complicated. Just say it.
Yeah, he said, if you're looking off in a window on stage and it's supposed to be snowing and you see a stagehand's ladder, it's a freaking ladder, okay? It's not snow. Just get off the stage. Don't beat yourself up. Try and remember when you were 4 years old and you saw your first snowstorm. No, no,
Don't
just
have to be freezing.
just make sure the audience can hear you and get off.
Get off the stage. I love that. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have never acted say things like that, just
Yeah, yeah,
get out and get off the stage. I worked with Phil Carey for a while, and he could be kind of hard. But he would say, if it's not on the page, I can't do it. And
oh, mm.
my whole thing has always been do everything that's not on the page. I'm a because I've had to play really bad, mean, horrible people. So I've had to create a whole lot of stuff underneath it that's not there. Um, and sometimes when I was on One Life to Live, I got tired of playing this evil bitch, crazy person. So, so I
Okay.
I did that for years and years and years, years and years. So I came out of a mental institution, and I decided that she would have a sense of humor. So I just
Oh,
I just found a way to make everything really funny, exactly the same words and everything. So
do
then
you do
they
you?
loved that. So then they wrote
Yeah.
that. So I went from being best villainess to best comedian, which was really quite a compliment.
Do you know other soap stars? If gave you a name, do you know?
Probably,
Do you know Colleen Zank?
of course, love her.
We did a pilot, a comedy pilot together.
What was it?
It was called "You Don't Know Jack," and
I love that
she
name.
was she was delightful.
Oh, she's
Um,
so good. She's
we
ridiculously
had
good.
a we,
She's
we had a great time. Yeah,
she also sings. She does Broadway,
yeah,
singer. She's really good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny how many people are really, really good that are on daytime. And it's not funny how many people are really, really bad that are on daytime. That part's
Okay,
not so funny. Um,
I
but
did one daytime.
what'd you do?
The Bold and the Beautiful.
Great one.
I played a doctor. I was in the makeup chair. This is why they called it the beautiful. I was in the makeup chair for like an hour and a half. They were like, I was like, I looked freaking gorgeous when I left. I was like, and the hair is like, I'm playing a doctor, not a freaking Marlboro man.
A
It was
beautiful doctor, though.
so beautiful. Yeah, yeah. People ask me, were you the bold or were you the beautiful? I said, I was the beautiful.
I was the beautiful.
I was definitely the beautiful.
It's really wonderful. And I love that job. And I did that job for a long time. I was on General Hospital for a long time, and I was on One Life to Live for a long
Oh
time.
my God.
I was on One Life to Live from 90 to 97, and then they kept
Yeah.
bringing me back because I got married in 97.
Is Jackie Z still with us or is she gone?
Just passed away last
Uh,
year. And did you know her?
I
She's a
Yeah, I
doll.
knew Jackie. Yeah.
What a wonderful woman she was. Always kind, always nice, really sweet.
Yeah.
Just a great person. Uh,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you knew Andrea Evans, but she passed away too. And
No.
she was really, really great. We've lost quite a few on GH lately. I just looked at all the different things you'd done guest star. Everybody knows that you were Larry on Three's Company, and everybody watched you, and everybody still watches you. I mean, it's still on, and it's still
It's
everybody
insane.
still watch.
It's
It's
nuts.
incredible, right?
Tanya, it's like I can't.
You
That
can't
show went off the air in 1984.
right.
So that's 16, 31, 41 year, whatever it is.
And you still can't go
and
anywhere.
it's still playing. It's playing up here in Canada on a cable channel, and
Yeah. Well, the thing that's so great about it is it's really funny. It's just plain good. It's just
it's
plain
just funny.
feel
It's
good
not.
comedy and it just feels good. And so why wouldn't people want to watch it? I mean, it's
Yeah, it's farce, and there's no political agenda, no issues. It's just
it's so
John flying over a couch.
right, exactly all the time. I'm surprised
It's
he didn't
John.
break something. He's really good at that physical comedy. I mean, that was
Oh yeah,
insane. Like Dick Van Dyke. By the way,
yeah,
did you
yeah,
see Dick Van Dyke recently on one of these award shows? He came out and did the dance, with the feet that go up and the chimney
yeah,
sweep
yeah, yeah, yeah,
dance
yeah.
from Mary Poppins. He came out and did that. He's 101 or 100 years old or something.
He's 100 years old.
Yeah. Well, you could,
It was
I mean, I expect that from you because I saw your 80-year-old dance thing on Instagram. You were insane. If anybody has to go see that, he's 80. He says he's 80. I'm sorry, but you said it, so I wouldn't say it because you don't look 80. But
I don't care.
yeah, well, I do. I care so much. Oh my God, do I care? I'm looking for the best possible plastic surgeon I can freaking find. Anyway, um, so so when you said I'm gonna dance and I'm gonna keep going and keep going and keep going. Well, you did, and it's so funny. I loved it. It was just hysterical. I'm not surprised it
Oh,
was
thank
hysterical, but you were at the door, then you were on the porch, and then you're in the
you.
living room, then you're in the
Oh my
kitchen.
goodness.
You're everywhere that the curtain opens, there you are, and you're dance. Oh my God. And you
Yes,
look fantastic.
thank you.
I'm glad you're in such great shape.
I have a personal trainer.
Well, okay. Oh, wow. That's very impressive, actually. I live in Palm Desert.
I heard that's a rumor.
Uh-huh. And there's a lot of people out here that are way older than 80. Way older than 80.
Yeah,
Mhm. And
and
so
a lot of them in the entertainment industry, right?
not really, not so much.
Oh
I, I
no,
I need to move. I'm single and there's nobody here.
wasn't there? Isn't that where what's his name? Bob Hope lived at one point, Palm Desert.
Yeah, but see, those people, they're gone now. Those
I
people.
know. I know.
His street's still here, and he's still got the wing with his wife at Eisenhower Hospital, but he's not.
Okay, and Frank is not there either.
No, but his street is what I live off of. I live off of Frank Sinatra Street, Frank Sinatra Drive. And when my daughter, who loves that stuff, she loves all that classic stuff, my youngest daughter, when she saw that I lived off of Frank Sinatra, she thought that was quite cool.
You have two daughters.
Isabella and Abriana. Abby's moving here today. She's actually moving here today, not to Palm Desert, but to LA. She's on her way.
From
New York.
from where?
New
From New
York.
York. Oh,
Yeah, she's working for
is,
NBC.
is either of them interested in show business or entertainment?
Isabella is she went to the American Academy of the Dramatic Arts in LA, and
Hmm?
she's really good. If she wasn't really good, I would have totally steered her in a different
Okay.
direction. But she is really good. The only problem is the business, 40% of the business isn't here anymore.
Hmm.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
It's not good.
No, I left LA 2000
My hair is
2005. 2005.
2005, and you went to New York or New
Yeah,
Jersey.
well, Jersey. Yeah. I
Yeah.
had a house in Jersey.
Yeah, I remember I ran into you in a restaurant. You were with
Oh,
you were with Joyce DeWitt?
probably. Yes, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it was wonderful to see you. Um,
Yeah.
always is. Anyway, so I'm looking at all these things that you've done that I didn't get to watch. And my kids, speaking of my kids, absolutely love Gilmore Girls. They still
Okay.
watch Gilmore Girls. They still do. They still
Yeah.
do. And all their friends do. They grew up on that show. So I have to tell them the part that you played on that show so that they can
I didn't I play a loan officer or
like
something or
fangirl. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, and
We're under a
it was
lot.
with Lauren. It was with Lauren and her mother, Carol Bishop.
Yep, that's the best. Well, I have to write that. So as a loan officer.
Yeah.
Sure you had a name, hon. And Judging Amy, that 70s show, NYPD Blue, LA Law, Mary Tyler Moore, Columbo, The Nanny, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Matlock, Step by Step, Family Matters, Love Boat, One Day at a Time, St. Elsewhere. You've done everything.
Yikes.
You've done everything. And
Those were the days, my friend.
I know.
Hmm.
So
You
you
know, the thing about Matlock, which was extraordinarily fantastic, was I had a one-on-one scene with Andy Griffith.
oh, wow.
That was, you know,
Was he
one of
great?
my heroes. I mean, come on, Andy freaking Griffith,
Yeah,
and
we
he was
watched.
so nice
Yeah.
and a terrific actor. I mean, just a really good actor.
But he's
And
also really down to earth in person. He's like almost the same,
yeah,
you know.
no, he didn't have any kind of
Crazy.
star thing going on.
Yeah, that's a big deal
Yeah,
from Andy Griffith, for crying out loud.
yeah, yeah.
So you've been directing a lot too, and teaching, of course. I want to get to
Well,
that.
I've been teaching. I taught in LA. I started teaching in LA in 1998, and I directed in LA because I worked for Burt Reynolds at his theater in Florida.
Oh, that must have been a blast.
It was 3 times, and then the last time he said, "You want to direct the kids in the show?" Because he had like these apprentices, right? And I said, "Yeah." So we did Crimes of the Heart.
Wow.
And I got the directing bug. And when I got back to LA, I got a call from CBS and they said, Bert wants you to direct the fourth show of Evening Shade. I said, is
Wow.
this, is this a prank? No, this is Tommy Thompson over at CBS. I'm a productions manager. And I said, oh, okay. So I remember going
Love
down
that
to the
show.
stage,
Great show.
MTM Studios, in Studio City. And I went down to the table read, and there's like Charles Durning, Mary Lou Henner, Bert, Ozzie Davis. I mean, it's like, hello, hi, I'm here to do the show.
Isn't that great?
It was,
So great.
yeah, he gave me my shot, and then I directed a play in L.A. that won the L.A. Drama Critics Award. It was a
I
Noel
saw
Coward
that.
play.
President
Yeah,
Laughter. Yeah.
Present Laughter. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the first
Um,
one you did out here, you won an award for? LA Drama Critics Circle Award. That's a big award.
yeah, that was it. Um, and the lead guy, he's the star of the show, whatever, and it's British. So I went to a casting director friend of mine, and I said, "Can you send me over like some 40-ish British actor guys?" And she sent me over 3 of them to my house. I was living up in Bel Air on the top of the hill there, good times. Let the good times roll.
I guess so.
And in walks this guy named Ian Ogilvy. Now, Ian Ogilvy replaced Roger Moore as the Saint on the BBC.
Wow.
Ian Ogilvy is in the movie Death Becomes Her with Goldie Hawn
Oh, I
and
love that.
Meryl Streep. He
Yeah.
plays the gay plastic surgeon.
Oh, I just wrote it down. I've got to watch
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And he, first day of rehearsal, he was off book.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh,
You
no.
know, yeah. And he killed, and the production killed. It was a small theater, the Melrose Theater. I mean, it was like, 65, 85 seats. I don't know. So,
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty great.
But Evening Shade must have really been fun. Was that a 3 camera?
It was. And then I did a show called, for 3 years, off and on, I did a show called Harry and the Hendersons with Bruce Davison.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, based on the movie.
Yeah. Harry was married to my friend Jess Walton years ago, and she was on Young and the
Who's it?
Restless. Jess Walton.
Who?
Her
Oh,
name.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I see him around town because I've known him through her for a long time. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So Bert gave you your directing shot, and you gave me my acting shot.
I did.
I told you that the other day on the phone.
What was that with Hoyt Axton? Was that?
No, that was with Michael Wallach, and you told
No,
me.
no, no, no. The actor, the show.
Well, yeah, I did that show. I did a lot of shows. I started out with let's see. My first gig was a national commercial. I was here for a week and I was going to go home. And I called mom and I said, I got a national commercial, but I'm coming home as soon as I'm done with that. She goes, okay, going back to college, yes. So then I got a movie with Matt Dillon called
Oh,
Liar's Moon. So then I called her and I said, we're shooting this movie in Houston. And it's 6 weeks, still summer. I came here June 13th, Friday the 13th, 1980. So I said, I'm going to go to Texas, do the movie, and go home. So I went to Texas. I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, no idea. I kept thinking any minute now they're going to figure out that I don't know what I'm doing. I kept getting hired and getting hired and getting hired. And I'm going, really weird story. So then I got Gangster Chronicles, which was a mini series with Michael Nouri on NBC. Then NBC signed me, and then I got a pilot for a series, and then I just kept working and working. And I really was afraid that any minute now I wasn't never gonna figure out what I was doing. So I did the Hoyt Axton show, and then I went on the road singing with him. And when I came back, I told
right.
people I
Yeah.
wanted to go do a soap opera, and they just about killed me. They're like, you don't go from what you're doing to soap operas. And I said, I really want to know that I know what I'm doing. I don't want to say, was that okay? You know, I don't want to say.
Mm.
So,
Hmm.
so I studied with everybody, and I really got good at it at this.
Yeah,
And
obviously.
and then when I got back out there, it was before Ally McBeal, and I was 24, 23 years old, 22 years old, 22 years old, no, 23 years old. When I was no, 24. Okay. They said I was too old to play the ingenue, and I was too young to play a doctor or somebody's wife or a lawyer or anything, so that I better just go back to daytime.
Hmm. All
That
right.
Yeah, after Ally McBeal, when 25-year-olds can represent the president of the United States in a big court case, because that's what happened. They started
Okay.
casting really young people to play unbelievable, very, important roles that they would never get in real life at that age. Um, that really opened the door, but it wasn't open when I got ready
What
to.
was the first soap you did?
Capital. It was on at
Oh
night.
my God.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
Capital.
Capital. Yeah, it's still really big in Italy, believe it or not. It was a nighttime show there. Um, and then after that, I did General Hospital, and then One Life to Live. I got nominated One
Hmm.
Life to Live for an Emmy Award. That was cool.
Mm.
And that's why I was kidding about how great it is to be nominated. It is, but still. And then I produced a movie called The Derby Stallion, but this isn't about
Okay.
me. This interview is about you. But
No, I'm loving this. I don't,
but everybody's already heard this. It
I
was fun to do that. But
I'm
if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have even had a shot. I
well,
stay in New York, and you said,
you would have gotten it some, you're a force, sweetheart, so you've gotten some one way or another. But it thrills me to people that I know, get work and all that. Um, I'm very proud of you, man. Very proud of you.
thanks.
All I can tell you.
Proud of you too.
Even though hold on, you came in sixth.
But I think I did really well in the swimsuit competition, which now I wouldn't do if somebody paid me $1 million. But back then, yeah, whew, tough, tough room.
Okay.
And when I got there, I knew Sean Weatherly was going to win. I just did. I said it's going to be Sean Weatherly or Janine, whatever her name was, and they came in first and second. Janine was Miss Arizona.
Mm.
Yeah, I just thought Sean.
That's when I used to see Sean when I lived up on Mulholland Drive.
Wow, you've lived in all the
Uh,
cool places, haven't you? Bel Air, Mulholland Drive.
well, that's Bel Air was Mulholland Drive.
Oh,
We were on this ridge where you could look one way and see the Santa Monica, the other way the entire San Fernando Valley. It was
it's
quite a
perfect. It's so beautiful there. I
is
love.
quite a home. But I used to jog at the oh, this that famous private school down on Coldwater, Westlake. They had a track, and I used to see her there all the time.
Yeah, well, she was a major runner in school. So I mean,
Mm.
that's what she did before she
Yeah.
even started being in beauty pageants.
Yeah.
So what do you think about all these things that are going on in Hollywood? Did you realize that it's getting kind of bad out here?
No, what they're doing production elsewhere? Is that what's going on?
Mhm.
Well, for years they were doing production in Canada, Vancouver. Still, I guess they're still doing that.
Vancouver and Toronto. But now they're
And what?
in
Toronto.
Toronto too, but there's a lot of work in Atlanta. A lot.
Yes, I did a show in Atlanta. I
You
did a
did?
show called The Resident. Yeah,
Oh, I love that show. I probably
yeah,
saw.
with
I love
Alexander, with
that.
Cartwright, Veronica Cartwright.
Yeah, but I loved all the people on that show. That was a great, great show. Uh,
Mm,
I couldn't believe they let that go because that was really popular.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Those studios, my goodness. Yeah, have you done? Have you worked down there?
no, there's a new soap actually. There's a new soap that's there.
Yeah. Okay, so they put me up in a lovely hotel in downtown Atlanta.
Nice.
Got in a van. We went. I don't know. Going into the country, and you go around the bend. There's like almost like farm country, and there's these massive, massive warehouse or hangar like airplane hangars studio.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Yeah.
building more. They're building more.
Mm.
You know, um, what's his name? Perry. Perry.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I know who you
He's
mean.
had
Yeah.
these huge studios down there forever.
Madeira, Moderna,
Medea.
Medea.
Medea, yeah.
Moderna's a vaccine.
That's a vaccine. And we're not funding it anymore. I just read. That's good. I don't know.
It's not Medea.
Medea.
Perry, what's his name? Jim Perry. No, not Jim Perry.
I hate it when this happens, these
I
moments.
know, it's horrifying.
Yeah, yeah, it is, but we can just skip right over
Yeah.
it. I'll, I'll put it in the
Pe-
comments underneath.
people watching the podcast are going, his name is Blair, you jerk.
Oh, huge. He's also a really good minister.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, a really good minister. So I just think it's a shame that I brought my kids out here and everything's leaving, that's the thing that I think is sort of a drag, but
How
hopefully
long were you how long were you back east? You lived in
a
Connecticut, right?
long time. Yeah, a long
Really?
time.
Yeah.
1990. And then
Ish.
I kept a house there after I got married. We moved to Cleveland. And
What?
yeah, I moved to Cleveland. My husband was Mr. Cleveland. He had the floor seats for the basketball and the best seats for the Browns and right behind home plate for the Indians. And he was on the board of directors of the Rock Hall. And so I did all kinds of philanthropy there. And I taught there and I did that theater thing and I had my kids there.
Oh,
But then I started to feel like a Martian, like I was from outer space. Because I didn't have hardly anything in common with everybody.
were you there in 2011?
Um, I was back and forth between there and Florida, and
Because we toured Cleveland with Wicked. I played that massive theater downtown, the Ohio or whatever the hell.
yeah, the Ohio, yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
there full time then. We sold our house and moved to Connecticut. I talked him into that, and that was nice.
Hmm.
He got sick in 2014, and he passed away 6 years ago. So
Wow.
I'm still trying to figure that out. You know,
Yeah. How old was he?
68. He got pancreatic
Oh,
cancer when he was 64, and I'm 10 years older than he's 10 years older than me. So, uh,
mm,
it's just it's been
hmm.
awful. It's been really awful. When I first started this show, it was called One Date to Love because I had tried to date on these apps,
Mm,
these dating apps,
yeah.
and I had a lot of funny stories, and so I figured other people might also have funny stories, so I had a show about that. And,
One date to love. I
One
like that.
Day to Love, One Day to Love. So now it's One Day to Love because I got tired of those stories and I got tired of talking about that. So I
Mm,
have people come on to tell me whatever it is that they love. And usually it's
mm,
work or their kids or their family or their book or something, you know.
hmm.
But I really enjoyed doing this show. I think it's fun. I'll probably take it someplace else, but right now I really enjoyed doing this.
Good.
It's been a good
Good.
time.
That's keeping busy, keeping creative.
Yeah, yeah. So the only show that you did that I did was Hunter.
Yes.
And I still get 32 cents from them every 6 or 7 months. Can you believe the 32 cents you get after all these years? It comes in the mail.
Hunter, or at subtitle, Whatever Happened to Fred Dryer. Now, that was, by
Yeah.
the way, that was, by the way, my best friend's first directing job. His name is Dennis Dugan. He went on to direct
I've
a
never.
lot of the Adam Sandler movies like Happy Gilmore and
Oh
Big
my
Daddy.
gosh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Yeah, Dennis has been my residual go-to guy because he gave me small shit in all those movies.
Oh, how nice. Nice to
I
have
think
like that.
I did like a phone call. My voice is a phone call in Big Daddy, and I get residuals for the last 20 years.
Oh my God. See what you did for
Yeah,
me? You're getting paid back over and over and over.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good, that's
yeah.
a really, really good
That's
thing.
funny. Yeah, we both did Hunter. Oh, wow.
Yep. And then the game show thing. What was your, I love that now there's a new ABC show called The Game Show Show. It was on
Don't know.
or a couple nights ago. And a lot of people are on there. Drew Carey's
Hmm.
on there and Wayne Brady's on
Game.
there and all these people are on there talking about game shows and how fun they are and how great it is to be a host of one and be able to give people things that make them happy, and
Hmm.
it's a good show. My favorite show though to watch before I go to sleep is Family Feud.
Oh, I
And
love Family Feud.
I do too. And I love Jeopardy. I feel like if I get one or two questions right, I'm still not demented up here or dementia. I have to worry about these things now. So
Phil Pe- Murray Perry, Phil Perry, Harold Perry,
Steve.
Ignatius Perry. I don't.
Yeah, right. See, I'm telling you. I watched it last night.
I
Didn't watch it.
My favorite show to do as when I was doing game shows was $25,000 Pyramid.
Yeah. And now it's like a
And,
$100,000 pyramid. Inflation. Is it
oh,
is.
that's right.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
100,000.
uh, First time I did it, you behind that big whatever that thing was, that triangle with all the
Pyramid. Yeah, that's the pyramid.
pyramid. Thank you. Hello. All right. I think it's time for my med.
No, it's not.
Anyway, I was behind the pyramid with Dick before we went on, Dick Clark. And I remember him saying, "Here's the greatest thing: when you're sort of well known, whatever you've done, celebrity, whatever." And he said, "I love you guys. I love your show." I went, I don't know if I said you watch it because that would be stupid, but in my head I'm going, "You watch Three's Company?"
Everybody does.
But yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. And he was so gracious. He was great. I did like seven of them for those
Wow.
shows.
I'd
Yeah.
love to do that. That's fun. I used to know all those people. I just don't know them anymore. I was gone a long time.
Yeah.
I was gone 26 years from here. So I came back thinking
Yikes.
everything was going to be the same, and it's not.
No, it never is. It
Yeah,
never
it's
is.
really confusing. I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah.
So, so a lot of people want to know the behind the scenes stuff that happened on Three's Company. And
Hmm.
I don't usually do dirt at all. So I
Okay.
don't want to do it now. But there are some things I could talk about that would be okay with me.
Sure.
Um, so Suzanne Summers was talk about somebody to be reckoned with and a huge
Hmm.
personality and a force. Um, I give her a lot of credit because she created so many things for herself and characters that people wanted to watch, and it turned into other shows, and she did really well. Um, so I don't know. I mean, women can be difficult. I've had that all my life. But do you think they were friends? Everybody that was on the show with her, the girls?
Well, yeah. Well, let me just backtrack a little bit. What you said about what she created. She was really savvy. Well, her and her husband. The husband was a manager, Alan Hamill.
I know.
But she took hold of self promotion and went with it.
Mhm.
I mean, she ghosted books, about alcoholism and growing up, and she had a book of poetry, and then of course all those, proud of the Thigh Master, which people joke about, but I mean, she made quite a
Love
chunk
that.
of change out of that.
I'm
And so I give her credit for her skills in self-promotion, I mean, because especially for a woman, what's the lifespan before, women get the elbow because, they're too old looking or whatever. When you get a guy like Sam, who's the guy with the big white mustache? Sam,
Chuck.
he played lifeguard.
Yeah.
Sam, no, not Sam Shepard.
No.
Anyway, that Sam guy.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's 85, 90, and he's still going strong,
I
getting
know.
parts on. But anyway, as far as friendship is concerned, yeah, we had a ball. Suzanne and me and John and Joyce
Yeah.
and Don.
Oh,
Um,
Don Knotts is from Huntington, West Virginia. That's where I was born. So I'm always like,
Huntington or Morgantown? I thought he was from Morgantown.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because it's still West Virginia. It's still West Virginia, and they're still burning coal. So
That's right. It's close enough. It's close enough.
very close.
Love him.
But by the way, is West Virginia west of Virginia? Okay. Anyway, so
It is actually.
okay,
It is.
okay, thank you. The Blue Ridge Mountains? No, that's someplace else.
No,
Country roads, take
that's
me
the right.
home
That's the right mountain range.
to the place I
You know more,
belong,
you knew more about
West
it than you know.
Virginia,
That's
Mountain
right.
Mama.
And we have the
Okay.
best hot dogs in Huntington in the whole world. Yeah.
So anyway, so
Exactly.
we're friends, we're pals, blah, blah, blah. And then this salary thing came up where she and Alan, and it was
Oh, sure.
all Alan, went and said, "Oh, we want 250,000 an episode." And they went, "Excuse me?" Yeah, well, that's what Alan Alda gets, and Carol O'Connor, and Suzanne's very popular. And they went, "Bye-bye. There's the door over there. Don't let it hit you on the way out." And so she probably at the urging of her husband, although she has to take responsibility,
Mm.
she started pulling stunts where she didn't show up.
Oh,
And one of the stunts was they had to rewrite an episode, and like I had some of her lines, if you can believe it, and Don had some of her lines, and they just got this mishmash thing. And John was
furious.
furious.
Yeah. Well, that's not okay. That's not okay.
Furious.
It's never.
No, because you had this juggernaut
Oh,
of a
the
show.
girl. It's your friends. It's your fellow actors. You're
Right.
super.
And we had this juggernaut of a show, which was in the top three,
All the time.
sometimes, and
All
in
the
those
time.
days with only four channels, you're talking 22 to 25 million people tuning in every
That's right.
Tuesday.
That's right.
So he was furious, and then the producers did this stupid ass thing where they humiliated her. They had her off on a separate soundstage doing phone calls. It was just a mess.
There's a
So
lot of personal stuff, a lot of personal pain for people.
yeah, but I thought she was a riot. We had a lot of laughs.
Yeah, she's really talented. I mean, it's there's some women that can play a dumb blonde and they're actually so
Yeah.
smart. It's not easy to do.
Yeah, no, she's a smart cookie. There's no question about that.
I just did it for the first time in a show called Destination Heaven, and I'd never played a dumb blonde before. And it was really fun. It was really fun because you get to act
Okay.
yeah, it's really fun. The way you get to think when you're playing that and the things that make
Hmm.
sense to you when you're playing that, I loved it.
Hmm.
But normally I never did. I always play the bad girl. So when John got sick, I know that he had an aortic problem, but it wasn't really a heart attack, and they took him to the hospital. And
He got sick on the set of teenage three rules about my teenage daughter, or whatever the hell it was called.
yeah,
And he went right across the street to St. John's in Burbank. They were filming at Warner's, and they misdiagnosed it as a heart attack. It was an aortal tear,
right.
and he died on the table.
That's just awful. I mean, that's
Hmm.
just unbelievable.
54 years old.
Yeah, it's hideous. My dad was 48 when he died. Um,
Wow.
yeah, it's amazing. You just don't ever think
Yeah.
that happen.
Yeah, now his wife, Amy Asbeth, has become an advocate and for aortal health.
Oh, good.
And it's a John Ritter Foundation. I've been to several fundraisers and whatever and
Okay. I'll put
events.
that in the comments down below. And his
Okay.
son, I watch on Matlock all the time. Do you watch the new Matlock with Kathy Bates?
No, I haven't.
It's so good. Kathy
Well, then
Bates
well,
is
I like
amazing.
Kathy Bates. I
She's
know that.
amazing. And it's not at all like the old Matlock. It's a very serious show.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
See, it comes at this age, it comes to you like 15, 20 minutes later.
There's a guy up there going through the file cabinet. Okay, it's here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then he goes, here it is.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
You'll be going, what's his name? I can't think of his name. And then you'll be brushing your teeth at midnight.
Tyler Perry.
Oh, it's Tyler Perry. Welcome to
I don't know why that happens. It happens to me too all the time. I just don't understand it. And I don't know why it happens that way. Is it just because we have so much stuff up here? I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. So what's next for you?
Right now, what's next is me trying to get my permanent resident card here
Oh, you
in
want
Canada.
that? You want that?
Well, yeah, that doesn't mean citizenship.
Okay.
It just means that I can work up here, and I have a Canadian agent.
Oh, wow.
So, but I can't work here.
I may be knocking on your door. I may not get a job down here. I may have to go to Canada.
We'll have there's a
Do you have
sleepaway.
an extra couch?
There's a sleepaway couch.
Thank you very much. I may very well be a Canada.
And by the way, Tanya, how do you like your eggs? All right. So anyway,
fried, over easy. I can cook and clean too. I can earn my keep.
have you in an apron
I'll do it, man. I'll do it.
and a babushka?
It just depends on what happens, you know.
Like a peasant.
Yeah, I've got to be very open-minded now. I got no husband. They found out I was a conservative and killed me off my show.
Oh, geez. They told me that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. So I may have to come up wear a babushka.
To answer your question, every year, be my third year coming up, I do a show in Hartford called Christmas on the Rocks.
Hartford, Connecticut?
Yes, Theater Works Hartford.
Oh my God, I love it. You know, it's my home. I love Connecticut. It's my favorite place.
Yeah, I know. And it's a small theater, 160 seats. They're sold out for like every performance.
And what's it called again? The show?
Christmas on the Rocks. What it is, it's like 6 or 7 vignettes. I play a bartender, and in come these characters. Actually, there's only a man and a woman, Jennifer Cody and this guy named Harry Boovey. And they come in, and he comes in, he plays Ralphie, grown-up Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
Oh, really? That's funny.
And she comes in as Elf on the Shelf. It's just hilarious.
She plays Elf on the Shelf?
Yeah. She comes in a little elf costume, but she talks like Tony Soprano.
Oh my gosh. That's really great.
She comes in, she goes, can you imagine how humiliating it is? They put you in all these different shit. I mean, it's just.
Yeah. I'll have to come.
It's just, people scream. They just scream. It's just hilarious. So that's on the horizon, but who knows, I don't have to tell you in this business, who knows where my next gig is going to be.
Oh, well,
But I still teach. I teach every Monday night, even though I'm up in Canada. I teach a Zoom class.
Well, I can do a Zoom class.
I'm going to send you a Shakespearean monologue. See how you do.
Okay.
I was kidding.
I'll try.
Yeah, it's a small class. We got like about 6 or 7 people. That's it. I don't want to be.
I really need to do this because I get really. I
All
wanted.
right.
I did teach kids. I had Tonja Walker's Professional Performing Arts Studio in Ridgefield, Connecticut, because I wanted my kids to get a monologue and a song so they could audition for Broadway, and nobody was teaching anybody how to do a monologue and a song. Nobody. And I said, well, somebody needs to do that. So I did. Did it for really enjoyed doing it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I love teaching. It's awesome.
So do I.
After all these years, we've learned so much stuff. Might as well teach it to somebody,
Absolutely.
Yeah. And when you see their lights come on and you see them grow a lot, there was one what really got me. There was a little boy in the class, and the mom came up to me after the little recital that we did, and she said, he could never stand in front of people and speak at all.
Um,
And now you have him talking and singing and doing, performing.
isn't that
I,
doesn't that fill your heart?
I did it. I did it for me.
Come on, man. That's
Yeah.
just great.
Yeah. I was really happy about that.
People,
That's why I'm
people
missing.
say, what do I like about teaching? There's two things. First of all, it keeps me sharp as an actor. And number two, to see a person like I have people with me for 6, 7 years,
Mm,
but to see them go from here, improve,
that's great. That's great.
it's hard. It's heartwarming. And when they get a job, that also,
That's
you
helpful.
know,
Yeah.
that's helpful.
Well, I'm just really happy that you helped me, and you deserve all the great possible, wonderful possible things that can happen for you. That's what I
Thank you, my darling.
welcome.
Thank
And your
you.
daughter's in LA, I heard.
She's in LA. Yeah.
Colby?
Yeah. She has Colby. She has her own cat sitting business and she's still pursuing her music. She sings at some local clubs in LA and
Well, I'll have
yeah,
to go see her because I didn't know she did
yeah.
that until I read all
She's
about it.
uh she's quite a gal.
Nice.
She's somehow she has my sense of humor. I don't know how
Well,
that
that's
happened.
a great thing. That's a great thing. If she's going to get anything, I'm glad she's got that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I can't thank you enough for being with me today. And I know everybody at home is,
Oh,
and I've gotten a lot of comments about
Tanya, it does my heart good to see you.
it. Thank you.
It really does.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah. And I just wish you the best of everything.
Thanks. Thank you. It's really
Yeah.
nice to reconnect. So take care of yourself. Don't,
Okay.
don't get too cold.
Let's not stay out of touch. Let's stay in
Okay.
touch.
That sounds good. Sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
God bless you, honey.
Bye,
Bye.
honey.
Well, how fun was that? Thank you so much for being here. I had a wonderful time. I hope you did too. And coming up, I've got Crystal Hunt and Stephen Manley and all kinds of people coming up in the next couple of weeks. So please keep coming back and send me comments and anybody you'd like to see, and I'll get them on here. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And don't forget to like and subscribe and talk to you later. Mwah.